Welcome back to Real Madrid Updates. Tonight, we're diving deep into the moment that had every Madridista holding their breath. Kylian Mbappe's ankle injury during Real Madrid's 3-1 victory over Villarreal at the Santiago Bernabeu. It was supposed to be another night of celebration. Vinicius Jr.'s double, Mbappe's clinical goal, and Real Madrid heading into the international break on top form. But everything changed in the 83rd minute. We'll break down exactly what happened on the pitch, what Coach Xabi Alonso said after the match, what the medical team is saying now, and what it means for Real Madrid, France, and the fans. So, grab your drink, hit that like button, and let's get into it. Saturday night, a packed Bernabeu. Real Madrid were cruising, 3-1 up against Villarreal. Vinicius Jr. was electric, scoring twice. Mbappe, as usual, was in the thick of everything, having already notched a goal and an assist. But in the 83rd minute, disaster struck. As he pushed forward near the Villarreal box, Mbappe twisted awkwardly on his right ankle. You could see the grimace on his face immediately. The stadium went silent. Medical staff rushed onto the pitch. Cameras zoomed in. Mbappe sitting on the turf, holding his ankle, shaking his head. For a few seconds, you could almost hear the collective gasp from 80,000 fans. After quick assessment, he was able to walk off under his own power, but he didn't head to the bench. He went straight down the tunnel. At that moment, everyone, from Alonso to the supporters, feared the worst. Within an hour, reports started flooding in. According to ESPN and Marca, Mbappe had suffered what appeared to be a mild sprain in his right ankle. No fractures, no ligament rupture, at least not from the early scans. It was described as minor, but given Mbappe's packed schedule, even a small setback could be significant. Remember, Mbappe has played 12 consecutive matches for club and country this season, logging at least 81 minutes in every single one. That's a heavy load, especially for a player whose game relies on explosive acceleration. After the final whistle, Xabi Alonso faced the media. He'd just watched his team deliver a confident 3-1 win, but his tone was cautious. Reporters went straight to the question on everyone's mind. How bad is Mbappe's injury? Alonso kept it brief. Mbappe? He's experiencing some slight discomfort. We'll see how his condition improves. That was all he said at first. Classic Alonso, calm and measured. A few minutes later, during the Spanish broadcast, he added, "We can't say that they won't go with the national teams. They'll have to be assessed there, and we hope it doesn't get any worse. They have minor injuries, and I can't say any more than that." That mention of they referred not just to Mbappe, but also to 18-year-old Franco Mastantuono, who picked up a knock in the same game. It's a cautious tone. Alonso isn't ruling Mbappe out for France, but he's not confirming he's fit either. In other words, Real Madrid are waiting for medical evaluations before making any calls. Sources inside Real Madrid's medical department told Spanish outlets that Mbappe's injury is a grade 1 sprain, the mildest form. That means swelling, pain, and maybe some micro-tears, but no major ligament damage. Recovery time? Usually between 7 to 10 days, depending on inflammation and pain levels. That would mean Mbappe could realistically recover during the international break, if he rests properly and avoids playing through it. But here's the catch. He's scheduled to join Les Bleus for World Cup qualifiers against Azerbaijan and Iceland. The French Football Federation will conduct their own assessment once he reports to Clairefontaine. Now, let's talk about context. Mbappe has been Real Madrid's best player this season. 14 goals across all competitions, including scoring in 9 consecutive matches for club and country. Since joining Madrid, he's been relentless, showing why the club fought for years to bring him to Bernabeu. But that consistency has come at a cost. The 26-year-old has logged more minutes than anyone else in Alonso's squad. Only Dani Carvajal has come close. Fatigue and micro-overuse injuries are bound to happen. Ankle sprains are common in explosive forwards who constantly cut, sprint, and pivot at high intensity. And Mbappe's playing style, lightning quick, unpredictable turns, puts constant stress on his ankles. For Alonso, this is the first big management test of his early Real Madrid career. He knows that keeping Mbappe fit is essential not just for La Liga, but for the Champions League and El Clasico coming up in late October. After the Villarreal game, Alonso said something interesting about Jude Bellingham, who was left out of England's latest squad. He said, "When he comes back with 2 more weeks of training, he'll be better every day and he'll be important for the October phase. We now have that time because we've lost a lot of the preseason." That statement shows Alonso's mindset. He values rest and controlled preparation over unnecessary risk. He's learned from his days under managers like Pep Guardiola and Carlo Ancelotti. You win trophies not in September, but by keeping your players healthy until May. So, while fans might worry, Alonso is playing a long game. Inside the dressing room, players were reportedly concerned but optimistic. Vinicius Jr. dedicated his post-match Instagram story to Mbappe, writing, "We're with you, brother," with a white heart emoji. Rodrigo, who replaced him in the 83rd minute, told reporters. He said it was just a little pain, nothing serious. He was smiling after the game. That's a good sign, and it's exactly the energy the squad needs heading into a busy October schedule with Getafe, Juventus, and Barcelona all coming up. For Real Madrid, Mbappe's short-term absence could open opportunities for others. Rodrigo might see more minutes, and youngsters like Arda Güler or Nico Paz could get valuable game time. For France, though, it's a delicate situation. Didier Deschamps will want his captain fit for the qualifiers, but risking him now could backfire before the 2026 World Cup. Expect Real Madrid to communicate closely with the French Federation. If there's even the slightest swelling, the club will push for Mbappe to rest rather than travel. Fans online have been surprisingly calm. Many remember how Mbappe's minor injuries have often looked worse on first sight. On social media, the hashtag #FuersMbappe trended within minutes of the match ending. Some fans joke that even when injured, he still managed to score before coming off. The definition of elite mentality. So here's the takeaway. Kylian Mbappe's ankle injury looks minor, but it's a wake-up call for Real Madrid. Managing workloads, especially for star players, will be key to surviving this marathon season. Xabi Alonso's calm and measured approach gives confidence. He's handling the situation like a seasoned manager, focused on recovery and long-term success. All signs suggest Mbappe will be back soon, perhaps even before Madrid's next La Liga clash. Until then, fans can breathe. The French superstar is expected to recover quickly. If you found this video helpful, drop a like, subscribe for more Real Madrid updates, and tell us in the comments, should Mbappe skip international duty to rest or represent France as captain? Thanks for watching. Hala Madrid, why not a Mas?